Hello everyone. In this lesson we are working on assignment number 18, solving equation with two steps. In the previous assignment we solved very simple equation using one step, but today the equations are a little different. Now we need two steps to solve them. Our goal is still the same. We want to get the letter alone. To solve this equation we will follow two steps. Okay, so how to solve? Your first step is move the constant to the other side. When we move it, remember the sign changes. The plus becomes minus and the minus becomes plus. Okay, I'll explain this with an example. And step 2, move the number with a variable. If it is multiplying, we divide. If it is dividing, we multiply. So the second step is similar to our previous assignment. Let's look at some examples. Okay, so this is our first example. 2x plus 3 equals 7. Okay, so what I'm going to do, so my first step is I'm going to move the 3. Okay, so this is the constant part, plus 3. I'm moving the plus 3 to the right hand side. Okay, and you should remember the sign of plus 3. Okay, so to the right hand side. So when the plus 3 is moving to the right hand side, what is remaining? Just 2x. Okay, so you have to write down that 2x over here. So 2x is remaining on the left hand side of your equation, and the plus 3 is moving to the right hand side. Okay, so positive become negative and negative becomes positive. This you have to keep in mind all the time. So plus 3, when the plus 3 is moving to the right hand side of the equation, that become negative 3. Okay, so you can see left hand side is 2x. Okay, and right hand side is 7 is already there on the right hand side, and the plus 3 is coming on the right hand side and it becomes negative 3. Okay, so what is 7 minus 3? So that is 4. Okay, so you can simplify this part of the equation like this: 2x equal 4. Okay, so that's our first step. Remember, in your first step you have to move the constant to the right hand side, or if your constant is on the right hand side, you have to move it to the left hand side. That's it. Okay, and so at the end of this step you will get a variable multiplied by a number, and on the right hand side you will get another constant. Okay, so 2x equal 4. So this equation is pretty similar to our previous day, like assignment 17 question. Okay, so it's just a one step after this. Okay, so you have to move the 2 to the right hand side. Okay, and remember what is hiding behind 2x means 2 times x. Okay, so 2 times x. So you're moving the 2 to the right hand side, and this multiplication become division. Okay, so which is, you can see that step over here, x equal 4 divided by 2. So that 2 is coming over here, and the multiplication sign become division. So 4 divided by 2, that is 2. That's it. Okay, I'll solve one more questions from this section for your better understanding. Okay, let's look at this question. Question number 7. Okay. Okay, I'm starting with the equal sign. So this is your left hand side, this is your right hand side. Okay, on your left hand side you have this particular part of the equation, and on the right hand side you have 3.6. So my first step is to move the 2.0 to the right hand side. Okay, so once this particular part of the term, this constant part, is moving to the right hand side, what is remaining on the left hand side? 0.4x. So you have to write down that part over here. 0.4x equal, okay, what is already existing on the right hand side of the equation? You have 3.6. So 3.6. Okay, and the 2.0 is coming on the right hand side. Okay, And remember the sign change. Here we have plus sign. When the plus sign is moving to the opposite side, okay, when this positive coming to the right hand side, that become negative. Okay. So 3.6 minus 2. Okay. So that is 3.6 minus equal 1.6. And your left hand side is still the same thing, 0.4x equal 1.6. Okay, so step 1 is done. Next we are going to the step 2. What is step 2? You have to move the 0.4 to the right hand side. Okay, so starting with the equal sign, 1.6 is already on your right hand side, and the left hand side, when 0.4 is leaving from the left hand to the right hand side, what is remaining? X will be remaining on left hand side. Okay, so x equal 1.6. Okay, now let's think about the 0.4. Okay, remember what is hiding in between? That is multiplication. Okay, you don't need to show the multiplication, but it is understood that is invisible between 0.4 and x. Okay, so when a number is multiplied on left hand side, when you're moving that number to the right hand side, you have to divide 0.4. Okay, so 1.6 divided by 0.4 equal 4. So x equal 4. That's it. Okay, okay, so let's discuss one more example question. This is about the division type question, like you have fraction on the left hand side. Okay, so look at this question. So you remember the first part is move the constant to the right hand side. So plus 2 become minus 2, 5 minus 2. So you can see that step here. And x by 3 is remaining on the left hand side, so x by 3 equal 5 minus 2. Okay, 5 minus 2 is 3. So at the end of first step you will get x by 3 equal 3. Okay, and the second step, you have to move the 3 to the right hand side to make the x isolated on the left hand side. Okay, so when 3 is moving to the right hand side, x divided by 3, so that division becomes multiplication. So you are moving the 3 to the right hand side, which is showing over here. So x equal 3 times 3. I hope everything is clear. Okay, so and your final answer is 3 times 3 is 9. So x equal 9. I'll be discussing one more question from the second page of the assignment. Okay, so let's take this example. Okay, question number 10. X by 4 minus 1 equal 3. So my first step is to move the negative 1 to the right hand side. Okay, so I'm starting with the equal sign, and 3 is already there on the right hand side. Coming to the left hand side, when negative 1 is leaving to the right hand side, the remaining term is x over 4. So x over 4 equal 3. And now think about this number. Okay, you are switching this to the right hand side, so this become negative 1 become positive 1. Okay, so that is x over 4 equal 3 plus 1 is 4. Okay, so your second step is you have to move the 4 to the right hand side. Remember, this is 4 is divided here, so x equal 4 times 4, that is 16. X equal 16. That's the end of that question. That's everything. Thank you.